So yeah, some of these people they barrel down these sidewalks, and you really shouldn't take a chance when the sidewalks are this slick and somebody come up kind of fast, walking hot, and you can go down as quick as they could go down. Your ass gonna fall and bust, and it could really be. It could just be dangerous. Sometimes I do it myself, walking too fast. And see, I was waiting on these two people to get down the sidewalk. They were kind of coming in a little too fast for my taste. And this is how tight the sidewalk is. And, boys do stuff like that. They, you remember in school, if you went to public school, you probably heard your teachers tell the boys, stop running. I ain't never seen the girls do it. It's always the boys. Boys like to prove their manhood, and early on, and all of them, even the weaker ones. So you just have to be careful. And somebody behind me right now, and even though they got a child with them, I'm still gonna exercise some caution on these sidewalks. This is what the sidewalks look like. I can't afford to play that game right now. I got some candy that I would like to give out, to the kid that I see with them, but I ain't got time to play that game. We don't know if we want to take it from a stranger. We don't. It's a pride thing. Play that game when it's warm inside and I'm indoors. Thank God they went on. They had a toddler with them. And I thought about giving them some candy just to get them to go on, but they went on. Saying about the sidewalks, you just got to be careful. You see somebody walking fast coming down the sidewalk, you just like when you in your car, somebody tailgating you in your car, and you ain't got to speed up and move at their speed. Just pull over. Do the same thing on foot. If somebody is tailgating you on foot and they're trying to force you to move faster than you want to move, all you got to do is pull over. Pull over, stop, let them go by. And that's all you got to do. Like right now, I'm ready to get home, but safety first. Trash man was having a little issue of some sort. I just decided it'd be better just pull over, let that issue clear out. It's the same thing with people, and let that issue clear out and let them go on. And yeah, people tailgate you on foot. Treat them like like you would traffic. Your gut screaming at you. Somebody give you a break to go ahead of them, whether they on foot in a car. If your gut screaming, just don't do it. Trust your gut. Like right now, my gut screaming. So like I said, somebody pushing you to go faster than you want to go, and just pull over like you would in your car. Pull over and them go around. Hit the slow lane. Make part of the sidewalk a slow lane. You run the risk of them running right over you, but take your chances. Take your chances. You pull it over on the sidewalk, they might still hit you, but those chances are better than you just trying to keep up with somebody else's pace, and you don't know why they running, what they running from. Are they trying to harm you and others? Just take your time and pull over. You ain't gotta go and Like right now, exercise costs. So just be careful. That's how much I sell you. And watch your exits. Try not to block any exits. And I'm very cautious of right now because I just made a trip to the store. And I'm noticing a lot of people that follow me home. So I'm definitely being cautious about my surroundings right now because I just come from a store. So I definitely want to be careful trying to get inside my apartment safely. And it wasn't this many people following me before, but they came up when I came back from the store. And I got the kind of door where people can follow you in. You need a key to get inside my door. I used to do it when I worked for Domino's Pizza Delivery. When I worked for Domino's Pizza Delivery, I used to have to follow some of the people that lived in the building, inside the building, because I didn't have a gate code. So, considering I live in a gated community, I have to be careful of my comings and goings. It's not the kind of building where you could just walk up to it and get inside. You need a gate code to get in. And you never know. People that don't like drama in their life, they like to say, oh, it's probably just harmless. You're just overreacting. But just don't take any chances in this life. Trust your gut and don't let nobody inside the gate that don't live there, even if they got you at gunpoint. Clip that knees. Yeah, the door. Got caught in the door. Yeah, so that woman, that was really scary just then. She was sitting in her car, and I decided not to walk in front of her car. Some things I'm just not strong to talk about, and I'm not trying to talk about that. I wasn't sure if she was following me. And then I just decided to trust my gut, and I got a confirmation that she was following me. And it was out of my mind, playing tricks on me. Luckily, it didn't come to altercation. Because my hand, she didn't know it, was too frozen to do anything defensive against her. She was out of my weight class. Definitely not trying to get into fights with her. So I managed to diffuse. You want to diffuse your fights. You don't want to egg them on. You don't want to egg on your fights. I don't think I'm going to be able to go to sleep after being out in such weather. I never told y'all, but when fear and panic sit in, there's a couple things happen I can't get into because of my enemies. But when I tell you, I had a couple of times in my life, a couple moments where I was afraid. Big pork chop just then that followed me home. Yeah, that was one of them. That was, I don't know if I could do this. Should have to make sure I'll show you my titties. I'm trying to pull the shirt off without breasts coming out the bra. And I don't want a chance being in a bra on Facebook. And, so I'm ready to get out of the bra, so y'all gonna have to deal with me going to another room. I gotta get these boots off and shit. I want coffee. Y'all gonna have to hold on a damn minute. My mama said, hold on a damn minute. So I got some things, and get y'all people off my neck. Y'all want to know what I be doing when I'm not online, so get y'all off my neck. I'm not gonna stop running the camera till I fry it again. Y'all just want me to blow the damn phone up. What y'all gonna do? Buy me another phone? I won't rule out anything. You people are crazy. I mean you people are crazy. So, crazy people. I'm gonna go and get what I need to get out of this other room. These are the pants that brought DJ home. Hang on, I'm coming to y'all. Relax. That transgender, I'm not gonna lie for her. That was not a woman that appeared to be a woman. That was a man. Men behave a certain way. Women behave a certain way. That was not a woman. That was a man. I was in my old life. Would have not ever worn these pants again. They were a little tight fitting on me. And, I'm gonna show you. They're a little tight fitted. These see these joggers. Kylie, again, that's for you, baby. That's for you. Yeah. Can't go any lower. I'll get in trouble for sugar pubes on Facebook. Or, not Ginger Seed. That's the woman to do the news. Get a little tight fitting around the ass. These are the pants that hooked DJ. They brought DJ home. And I wasn't wearing underwear when I brought him home with these. So I try to make it my fault. Like, I'm the reason for the temptation. The temptation was there. But I got underwear on this time. And look at how baggy they are. How baggy they are. And but they fit tight fit around the waist and around the back. Anyway, so in my old life, I would have blamed myself and not ever wearing these pants again. Hold that thought, I'll be right back. So I gotta add this into the footage. This couple, I can't rule out anything. You know, I don't know if I should leak this while I'm still in the States, because then everybody might try to steal him for and her, and I'm just not gonna say a location. This couple I met, they have an accent is as cool as Ed, as cool as Uncle Ed, and I don't want to say where I met this couple because you want to steal them for yourself. They got a cool accent like Ed, and I still need to shop there. So back to what I was saying, the big pork chop that's following me home, I'm pretty sure it was because of the pants I'm wearing. The pants I'm wearing are tight fitting. They are very tight, and pants are tight, so I'm pretty sure that's why I'm taking this bra off. That's why it didn't occur to me while I was outside that that's why she was following me. But as I was saying, in my old life, I would have blamed myself, and because I can remember the cop that pulled me over, and I had a similar issue with a guy following me, and I didn't call him. Somebody else called, and when I told you that people could call someone on you and make things your... Anyway, long story short, I ain't gonna try to get into that. I'm exhausted from the filming, so I'm gonna sit down. I'm exhausted from filming for you fuckers. And so in my old life, I would have stopped wearing the pants. I blame myself because the men, okay, you people sound crazy. You want to see me? Okay, strip down naked. And so in my old life, I would have blamed myself because the men would have blamed me. The man would have blamed me, said that's what the cop said to me. Well, were you wearing tight pants? And so he blamed me for the shit. So in my old life, I would have not worn the pants again and said it was my fault that, you know, let's say DJ was looking at me in my old life. I would have blamed myself for DJ. It takes two to tango. So it's a song, takes two. So in my old life, I would have blamed myself. And anyway, so I never worn the pants again because of men like that cop told you there's always one or two that would just spoil a whole bunch. And that's an old saying, come from somewhere in America. And I would have blamed myself for it never worn the pants again. And you know, Kyle and a lot of my former abusers used to do that. They would blame me if somebody came on to me or somebody, they knew what the issue was, but they didn't want to confront the person. They say something to me, like somebody would find me attractive, and some people like to create drama and do it just to cause trouble in your marriage. Like they find you attractive and they know your guy's a jerk, they'll do it just to piss him off. And Posey was like that. He used to tell me, I'm gonna just do this just to piss him off. It didn't make sense to me then, but hindsight, I get why he did it. He liked the drama. Posey's a messy man. And like a big grizzly bear size. So, but now in this life, the same pants that attracted DJ attracted Teen Wolf, and God knows who. I don't know who that woman was following me. She wasn't ugly, but it's quite spooky when somebody puts off a rapey vibe and they're following you too closely. She was just following me way too closely as I was trying to enter into my building, and I just put some distance there. You know, it's okay to put distance someplace when you don't feel comfortable. It's okay to put some distance there. And I just, you know, I did some things to I noticed I was being followed, and I did some things to get some distance involved. And she looked offended, but oh well, I'm alive to tell my story. You know, you shouldn't be following people so closely, and you were in your car the whole time and you waited for me to cross to get out of your car, you fucking creep. So, she could have very easily called the cops on me and told fibs on me, but it was worth the risk to get away from her. And, cause it was a car parked across the street as I was trying to enter into my building. And I could, you know, you could hear the, I'm hard of hearing, but thank God I was able to hear it. I could hear the engine hissing, you know, it hisses when it's on. And, I'm not going to say no more because this could fall into enemy hands. I don't want to help my enemies, but I had some things I did to help me feel that trouble coming. My uncle told me God won't let any trouble sneak up on his people. I knew she was coming. It's a couple of things that tipped me off that she did that she didn't know she did that tipped me off that she was coming. And I thank God that happened, and I'm not going to, that's to see me personally, I'm not going to... The weather is getting warmer and the nut jobs are out. The weather is somewhat pleasant and the wackos are out. The snow is still stuck on the ground, but the weather's kind of not as frigid and the whack jobs are out, so just be careful. I can't say what I did to get away from her publicly because I can't, I did some things very militarily like to survive that, and I have to admit that it's some things I can't tell you that that situation took a turn. It took a turn as it was happening. It took and I can't tell you what happened to why it took a turn. Because if I told you, it would help my enemies to what happened. That's why victims have to be very careful when they're retelling events. Because if I tell you what happened, that's going to help somebody like Tyson, and I don't want to help him. And, but I will tell you this I can tell you publicly, situational awareness. What helped me in those moments when I didn't know what to do, situational awareness, being alert to your surroundings will It'll save your life. It'll definitely wash my hands, so that'll make me feel a little bit better about going out shopping to have at least, I don't know if y'all can see me naked or not. I hope I'm not mistaken over. Mother used to talk that way. She would say, let me at least wash my hands. I came back from that trip and touching everything in the store and stuff. Trying to make sure I keep y'all at a vantage point where y'all can't see me nude. Oh, that's my laundry you see hanging overhead. I'm trying to use the bathroom, but the medication has me, I can't say. American television, you have to be careful what you post up, so I'm not going to say what I'm doing in here. But I would say women are wired different than men. I can say this publicly. I can tell you when a guy gets into a fight, he's bragging and jeering, oh, you should have seen the other guy. But when women survive a fight, you know, I just survived a fight just then. It's a different response. You're just happy to be alive. You're happy you escaped. Men got to prove their macho and their manhood. I don't have a dick down there. I don't have to prove anything. I'm just happy I got away from whatever that was. So whether I was a coward or not in that moment, I'm just happy to be free. And so yeah, it's a different moment for women. And I'm gonna show y'all what I got from before. My fans want me to fry my phone, so but they don't want to interrupt what I was saying. So what I was saying was it's a different it's different for a woman when a woman gets into a fight, like with DD. I downgraded him to DD when I got into the fight with DD and he assaulted me. Because I was just happy to be alive, happy I escaped him. You know, some women are bound up and chained and somebody's got them locked away somewhere. You know, I'm not going to say where those places could be. You could lock a woman up. But some women, you know, when they are kidnapped, they're not able to escape. And my ongoing God trains me how to escape before the bounds come out. And then he teaches me, God teaches me how to escape different bindings. He teaches me how to escape these things. And because for a woman, if you're living in America and certain other countries, I don't know what they are, barbarianism is a way of life. You know, men just, and they don't have to explain themselves. You know, in America, a man don't have to explain himself why he's barbaric. You know, that's I'm a man and that's a man, and that's what these new people are teaching me. And these men are teaching me. I'm not gonna get into everything they teach me, but that's you know, and that's why India has arranged marriages. That's why arranged marriages go on here. And that was an arranged marriage with Tyson. My mother wanted that. I didn't want that. And my family wanted that because Tyson was poor, and they knew if I stayed with someone like him, I would never escape because he didn't give me money, and he was abusive. And so my whole point, you know, for a woman in America, you know, men take what they want. So if you are blessed enough to get away, you're not talking about, oh, you should see the other guy. You were just praising God that, man, I can't believe I got away from him. It was not me, it was God. That person who I just escaped downstairs, it wasn't me, it was God. I was praying silently the whole time. And I can tell you this much, that somebody who I thought wouldn't have helped me. Somebody who I never would have picked out as a stand-up person is the reason this person went away. Somebody who I never would have in a million years. I'm not going to say for sure this person would have helped me, for certain. But I'm talking to the animal kingdom right now, and it's a strong possibility that that's why this person came up when they did. He might have been my only fighting shot at why I was able to get away when I was able to get away. I think he is the only reason I was able to escape. I'm not going to say what he did to help me, because I ain't going to rule out he might have put himself at risk in whatever domestic stuff he was dealing with, but he is the reason I'm alive to tell you, but can't at the same time tell you he gave me a window where I could escape. I didn't get a good look at his face, but I saw where he went. I can't even say where he went, because that might put him at risk. He may be in a gay marriage, and his husband may not want him talking to nobody. So, but yeah, I was able to get away because this guy intervened in what just could have happened to me. And it was the thing I told you. I'm gonna tell you something that's about to scare the shit out of me right now. When I told you it was a guy inside of Walmart grabbing women. Oh no, I seen the documentary where the cop said, you see, he's look at that camera, he said, look at him, he's watching women as they go in the store and he's trying to grab them. And they said, look at that woman right there, he almost got her. And you see the frustrated look on the perp's face. That frustrated look, he said, that perp had, that's what this fat person had. That's what Pork Chop had. This person had and it was smart not to talk because they saw me running the camera. This person had a frustrated look when they saw I wouldn't cross that sidewalk at the same moment that he crossed. This transgender, he looked frustrated I refused to walk over there while he was over there. That same frustrated look I saw in the documentary. And my mom said that's what you want when you're dealing with a perp. You want that frustrated look. That means whatever they're trying to do to you, whatever game they playing, you beat them at their own game. So it's scary though. Even though that's the look that you want, it's scary because he looked mad. He looked so mad that I didn't come over there and whatever he was on. But right in front of the building where I live, I was scared to death. I'm still scared because I got a really good look at his face, and a lot of people don't like to leave witnesses. I got a really good look at his face. He wasn't wearing a whole lot to cover up in the winter, and so yeah, that was spooky. And I've had people sometimes before, and this memory set me for a reason, do something weird and inappropriate to me and come back around and say, why was you acting? They'll flip the awkward on me and say, why was you acting so weird? I was just coming over to tell you that your rent was due. I was just coming over to tell you that your child was out playing in the road. You didn't have to be so weird. So sometimes they feel the need, and that's even spookier than the event from before. Sometimes people will do that. They'll come over and flip the awkward and try to finish what they started. I've had some people do that. I was just trying to come tell you blah, blah, blah. The list goes on. When you're dealing with a man, and not all men are that way, but when you're dealing with a man that's that way, they'll lie and tell you anything. They'll lie and say, oh, I just did come over because that. I was just trying to explain to you that blah, blah. They still trying to get you. And I didn't know that till now, but yeah, that still give me chills. And I just made a store trip, I just made a trip to the store, and in my old life, I would have thought about slacking up. When I did have funds, did have cash, food stamps, I would have thought about, what I told my mother. Criminals, they watch stuff like that. They watch how frequently you go to stores, and but I'm not with my mother anymore. And God was leading me. If you need something from the store, you go and you get it. Fuck them. But in my old life, listening to my mama, she would have blamed me. I just learned something about my mother today. I didn't learn just in spiritual, not from her personally, physically, I mean spiritually. My mom is a person who chastises anybody who's been through something traumatic. I'm thinking about some of the conversations we had. When somebody goes through something traumatic, she says it's their fault. She blames the person. I thought it was just me she blamed. She blames the person. So, if I was talking to my mother right now, she would have said this whole trip was my fault and I shouldn't have gone. But I needed some stuff from the store, and the country's dwindling, and while there's still candy, while there's still the things I need from the store, I decided to go, while there's still plenty of time for me to get the things that I need. And there were a couple of things I needed, and I went and I got them. But my mother would have said, it's your fault. Joel had done something wrong. She said, well, that's your fault. And she just liked that. I didn't realize in hindsight, I thought it was just me. She liked to, when I was assaulted and sexually assaulted, she said that was my fault. She just does that with people. That's just her way. Even to herself, why she'll say, well, I shouldn't have gone to the store that time of day. Like whatever happened to her that screwed up that bad. And so I'm glad I don't talk to her no more. And just the spirit world talked to her. So yeah, she would. So I knew I was gonna have some issues going out today because I've been going to the store quite frequently because I've been, needing things and not wanting to carry everything in one trip. And I had some issues. And like I said, if that was my mother, she would have said, you shouldn't be going to the store so frequently. But from taking her advice, I found that you could go to the store once a month and you could still have panhandlers trying to rob you. And so you can vary your routine up. If they want to ask you for cash or try to take it, they're going to do it regardless of your system. You can have a system. I still have 2 or 3 systems I use to stay safe from fans. Oh, baby, that's for you, Kylie. That's all you. So Missouri is on my mind. It sounds like a really whitewashed state. It sounds like Opie would live there. Never been to Missouri. God would have put it on my heart if I forgot it. He would have told me. And Missouri is a very whitewashed, very color purple. So that's my checkpoint. And I won't rule out some Ted Bundy's being there. And I need to watch myself coming going. But it's the closest state line I could find going that direction. I don't want to go back through Indiana. I don't want to go through Michigan because it's going to be even colder than here. So I'm trying to stay at a level playing field of the weather and crime and head west. Wherever section of the continent I am right now, I'm trying to kind of stay in that vicinity. And I need more maps. I'm going to have to get more maps and see exactly, where I'm going to be sleeping. My fans, our fans, Kylie and I's fans don't need to know where I'm going to be sleeping at. And I don't need other people trying to do what I'm doing and ruin it for me. And that's what I did when I was coming up here from Mississippi. I didn't reveal my exact location while I was in it because you don't need people following you. I've had that happen before in this life. I don't know if you have or haven't. People follow you, see what you're doing, and they wound up messing it up for you. So I don't need to. I'm going to have to be very careful in how I record what I'm doing. I'm not just going to record certain moments of my travel once I get on the road to Missouri and California and back and forth, because I don't need people following me trying to do what I'm doing. And even in Chicago, I need to be careful. I cut the footage before I went into the store just now, and certain things, it's like the Underground Railroad that people do to help me. Certain things that people do to help me don't need to come on camera, because the Underground Railroad wouldn't have been what it was. It wouldn't have been a secret. People wouldn't have got in and out. If they went around and told Master, hey Master, I'm getting ready to go to Oklahoma. Fuck you, sayonara. And making them trips back and forth. They were making trips back and forth in secret. They were making, people knew about it, but at the same time they didn't know about it. So this is what I'm doing. It's like the Underground Railroad. And but it was like it was a networking system, and it was an actual escape. They had, no one probably to this day knows all the ins and outs of it. They just know most of the things that probably went on. Some of that stuff, if they told us, they'd have to, I'm not going to say the rest. So certain things don't need to be out. So in order for it to work, like I said, they would have told Master their plans. It wouldn't have been no Underground Railroad. They would have came and just dismantled that whole operation. So my whole point is I cannot disclose all my details of my back and forth trips, my Underground Railroad, and the people who helped me. I can't say in what ways they helped me, and people who I don't expect to help me have been helping me. But it's not going, the trip ain't going to be a success if I tell you how I'm going to get people in and out. If I tell you how I'm going to get myself in and out. And not till I'm fully all the way out. That's what Harriet Tubman did. She went back and got others out. She married, had a husband, John Tubman, and that's how I'm seeing this in my omen, my ongoing omen, and it's happening that was very slave-like. Me leaving Mississippi, me fleeing Mississippi, and me, told you I done moved several times since early this year.